Hey, what's up everybody? Today I've got some Halo Wars 2v2 gameplay for you. But this isn't like any ordinary Halo Wars gameplay you've ever seen. In this game, I'm playing in a 2v2 match, and my teammate is myself. And you might be wondering to yourself, how the heck is that possible? And the way I'm doing that is through Xbox One backwards compatibility. As many of you know, about a week ago, this game came out playable on the Xbox One. And since I have both an Xbox 360 and an Xbox One, I wondered if it would be possible to play with myself, have an account on each console, and play an online match, and if I could actually win by doing this. So right now, I'm the Anders, which is the Green Anders, and I'm playing on the Xbox One with this character. And I'm also the Purple Arbiter, and I'm playing on the Xbox 360 with that console. So I have two TVs for this, two consoles, and two controllers, and I'm going to see if I can win this match against these guys by myself. I thought this was going to be pretty easy. I'm like, yeah, I know how to play this game. I'm sure I can just play two controllers at the same time. What's the big deal going to be? But oh man, I learned during this game that it is extremely frustrating to try and play this game with two sets of controllers. So it looks like right now, I'm just doing your standard Anders thing. I'm just picking up money, getting gunner, building warhogs, things like that. And just doing the standard Arbiter things. Probably going to go try to clear out my hook.
Gunner, research.
Alright, so I've got gunner now, but you'll notice that I'm not actually moving. And that's going to happen several times during this match. It's going to look like I'm not playing, but I actually am. It's just that right now, as you'll see on the mini-map, I'm controlling the Arbiter. And unfortunately, I don't have both points of view, so you won't be able to see what my Arbiter's doing. But you can imagine I was raging the hook down over there, and I took it with my Arbiter. Alright, so now I'm back to playing as UNSC, and I'm going to clear out this hook with my Warhogs. And probably going to... I must have sent my Arbiter up to do something. I probably sent him to Orange's hook to try to take his. See if I can take his hook or build a turret on it or something. Meanwhile, I'm just down here as the Anders, clearing out the Anders hook. Pretty standard so far. And yeah, like I said, I thought this wasn't going to be that bad, because I'm like, yeah, I know how to play this game. It shouldn't be that difficult. But man, it turned out that focusing on two sets of units, on two TVs with two controllers, is actually a lot more difficult than I thought it would. Be. Alright, so we've got some action here. Looks like blue has sent his warhogs down here. Also orange has his warhogs down here too. And you'll see that I'm just not moving my units. I must have been telling the Arbiter to come down here on my other TV, and I wasn't fast enough to try to get my warhogs out of danger. So unfortunately for me, it looks like I just lost everything I had. So yeah, there's about 8 warhogs sitting on my base right now, and I just lost all of my warhogs. I have 1 warhog building right now. I don't actually have any on the field. And orange and blue have about 8 or 9 warhogs on my base. So it looks like if I'm going to win this match, I'm going to need to carry myself. Yeah, how's that a paradox for you? You have to carry yourself in order to win this match. So yeah, I just got my 1 warhog out. I'm just going to try to drive it away out of there. I'm going to drive it up to their hook. I'm staring at the fog of war right now, not because I'm not playing, but because I'm playing as the Arbiter. And again, I'm sorry I can't show you guys that point of view. I don't know how to set that sort of thing up. So you see, right now they're targeting my reactor and my supply pad down. So, yeah, you can see these guys aren't the greatest players. And it looks like they just got caught by my Arbiter. That's pretty good. So I brought in my Arbiter here to try to save the day. I just got Fortress, but again, I can't build because I'm raging right now. It'd be kind of difficult. So I'm just trying to rage down all the warhogs that I can. Raging down blue right now. Blue's ramming me. I don't know why blue rammed me. He was never going to kill me. I had a ton of health. But there we go. Sat up, just stacked up to 900 money, and now I'm going to start building on my base. Sure, why not? So I'm putting up Tech 2 on the Anders. I think I was going to go Gauss this game, but after I lost everything, and then I realized there's no point in trying to come back and go Gauss. And as well, microing Gauss is not like difficult, but trying to do that while raging at the same time, I thought would just be too much of a hassle. So I thought, I'll just go tanks. I can just park the tanks somewhere, and then the tanks will hopefully just do work. So I just got Tech 2 up as the Anders. I'm going to upgrade these pads, and I'm going to build my vehicle depot. I'm going to upgrade that pad on the hook, and it looks like I'm sending my Arbiter up to Blue's hook, probably, to try to get that. And again, I'm sorry right now, this is the most exciting or thrilling gameplay. I'm just sort of staring at the hook right now. But just imagine my Arbiter is rage running up to Blue's hook to try to take it. And I was pretty surprised when I got up there, and Blue didn't actually have the hook. They had so many warhogs, but I guess I killed all of them, and he didn't have any more. building and try to take his hook. Look at that teamwork right there. Did you see that? I just split the hook between me and myself. That is next level teamwork right there. Good shit. Alright, so to sort of save some time here, I'm setting my rally point next to this rebel base because I want to try to take out this base and then take it as the UNSC. Meanwhile, I don't know what I'm doing with my Arbiter up there. Looks like I'm doing stuff back at my Arbiter's base. Probably just building on it or upgrading stuff or something. But just building tanks, and I think I'm going to go try to see what I can find over around Orange's base, see if he's still going Warhogs or whatever. So I'm just walking around over there while tanks build. Just got my first tank out. I know it might seem really late to get a first tank out, but like I said, it is really difficult to play optimally and build on your base fluently and things like that when you have to control two controllers. It's not really possible, I don't think. So things are going to look kind of like scrubby this game, but, you know, I was doing my best. It was my first game ever playing like this. So you can't really see it right now. I'm being a really bad cameraman, and looks like I'm chasing Orange's Warhogs around the map. I think I tried to rage them at some point, but I picked up the wrong controller and then like realized my mistake. And by the time I'd gone back to my other controller, I'd completely missed his Warhogs, and they all got away. So that's a drawback to playing with two controllers. It looks like I'm going for Canister Shell right now. This is UNSC. Got about 3 tanks, so that's a pretty good time to go for Canister Shell. Meanwhile, I have my Arbiter up there just looking for his Warhogs, and I have my UNSC tanks, just clearing out the base down here. So things are looking not that bad right now. Don't really know what Blue has, though. I know Orange is going Warhogs, but we haven't really seen anything from Blue, so I'm kind of worried about him. But it's okay. I'm going tanks, and I have got my Arbiter. Haven't really been damaged that much, so I've got 3 out of 4 hooks on the map, so I'm in a pretty good spot right now, I think. I just died to Orange's Warhogs, actually. I think he D-bombed me and then surrounded me with his Warhogs and killed me, so that was pretty good by him. Unfortunately, I just lost my Arbiter to Orange. It's not the greatest thing ever in the world to happen to me. I think I was going double summit, so I wasn't going to use my Arbiter that much anyway, but it's just kind of annoying that I lost him. Oh, you see that play I just did right there? I sold the pad as the Covenant to give to my UNSC. I was thinking to myself, man, I could really use an extra vehicle depot. And I'm like, oh yeah, I could just sell a purple pad and give it to green. So that's a pretty funny thing you can do. I'm trying to go take this base right now. Unfortunately, I realized that I was on the wrong controller, and I didn't actually have any units that I could send down there besides these 3 tanks. So it looks like I picked up the other controller right now and tried to send a unit down there to light it up. Meanwhile, I have green tanks. Yeah, you see his D-bomb right there. That's how he killed my Arbiter. Looks like I'm just going to keep building tanks. And I flew look at that timing. My Banshees and my tanks arrived at the same time. And this guy just had Grenadier. We're 8 minutes into the game, and the guy doesn't have Gauss, so that's kind of weird. But we just killed most of his stuff, and it looks like I'm going to go try to attack Orange's base right now. And I must have clicked all units or something, because I didn't light up that base. That's too bad. I'm going to send a unit down there now to light that up, I guess. Look at this camera work. That is so good. So good. Okay, so I'm attacking Orange's base right now. I have the Banshees attacking the field armory. I don't think there's actually anything being built out of that field armory. but okay. Oh, and I got cryo-bombed. Man, I mean, the cryo-bomb is hard enough to dodge when you're playing, but when you don't even have that controller in your hands, it's pretty difficult to dodge it. I don't think I had a ghost of a chance of dodging it this time. Okay, so I'm going to buy this base, and I've got the ghost picking up the money there. Just doing pretty good damage on this guy's base. I don't think he has much of anything. And we haven't seen Blue come over here at all yet, so I don't know what he has. Yeah, it looks like he got a turret up, but I have Canister Shell tanks, so it's really not that big of a problem. Alright, so Blue is over here now, and he's got a couple tanks. But you see, he doesn't have Canister Shell. We're about 9.5 minutes into the game, and this guy doesn't have Canny. So I'm going to just bring the Banshees over here to help me. Just going to keep pumping tanks, getting the base up. And Banshees and the tanks are going to fight off these tanks. You see there's some tanks inside of each other right now. That's pretty funny. Things are looking pretty good right now. I'm on double summit, and I'm on double depot, just pumping Canny, and I might have repeating cannon by this point. I'm not sure if I do. I haven't had any pressure put on my Arbiter, so I haven't lost any pads or anything. So I probably do have repeating cannon, or it's going up or something. So just up here, taking out this guy's base. And the game's looking pretty much over at this point. I don't really think there's any way they can come back from this. Yeah, it looks like they're kind of screwed. I'm just driving around the base trying to kill his Warhogs. So it shouldn't really be doing that. It should just be killing his base. He's just got like 2 Warhogs. Yep, just building tanks and building Banshees. For some reason I had a tank rallied over there. I'm not really sure why. But I've killed Orange's base, so probably going to move on to Blue's base after this, I would imagine. That canister shell just completely missed because this game is good. Alright. Going for power turret. Got my tanks driving over here. And looks, oh, you see, got my Banshees flying over here as well. See what's going, if they have this Expo. I thought Orange would have it, but it looks like Blue had it, and Blue didn't kill all the rebels by it. So his base was actually probably going to die, regardless if I came over here or not. So I'm just going to come over here and finish it off. So killed Orange's base. I didn't worry about Orange's hook. I didn't think it would really have an impact on the game. So I figured let's just go try to defeat them. So Orange doesn't have a base, and Blue doesn't really have any. Yeah, so Orange just got defeated. It's got power turret queued. But it doesn't really matter at this point. I mean, these guys are pretty much screwed. This guy doesn't have canister shell yet. This poor guy. You know, like I said, I think this is probably like the max of people that I can, you know, 1v2 like this. Like, this is pretty difficult to play like this. It's pretty tough to switch between two controllers. And like, you think about it, sometimes you leave your point of view on the map in like different positions, and you need to like remember where you are. It sounds like not that bad, but it kind of is pretty difficult to get accustomed to. I only played one game like this, and let me say, I don't think I want to go back to play any more games like this. This was pretty obnoxious to play this way. But hey, I managed to win, and that makes me undefeated lifetime when I'm playing with myself as my only teammate. So we killed this guy's base. The game's pretty much over. This was a 1-player, 2 controllers match that I played online, and I won. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.
Your team is victorious.